We're getting breaking news into the Situation Room on North Korea's missile threat and a new response from the United States. Our Pentagon correspondent Barbara Starr is joining us. Barbara, what are you learning about the U.S. military moves in response to North Korea's claim it could launch an intercontinental ballistic missile at any time?
Good evening, Wolf. Because of that claim by North Korea, an ICBM, an intercontinental ballistic missile that could potentially hit the United States, the Pentagon now has deployed a high-tech radar to see. I want you to look at pictures, video. This is the X-band radar. It may look to you and me like a giant floating golf ball on the Pacific Ocean, but this has now moved out of Hawaii into the Pacific. It will be watching the Korean Peninsula in the coming days and weeks for any sign of an ICBM launch out of North Korea. There are two scenarios if North Korea were to launch a missile. If it were a threat to the U.S. allies, Japan, South Korea, the U.S. has vowed it would shoot it down. But if it goes out to sea and is harmless, it will not shoot it down. The Pentagon said that yesterday. This radar gives the U.S. the ability to collect the electronic intelligence either way, whether they need to shoot it down or whether they just want to watch it, gain all the intelligence they can about what exactly a missile might look like, how it's configured, how it flies, gain all the intelligence they can about what North Korea is up to. The bottom line right now, the U.S. doesn't think that North Korea is ready to launch an ICBM, that they haven't perfected the full technology. But by putting this radar out to sea, they will keep watch, and it will be the Donald Trump Pentagon, the Donald Trump military, that will watch in the coming weeks and months. Wolf?
Barbara Starr at the Pentagon for us. Barbara, thanks very much. Very worrisome development. CNN, meanwhile, is learning details of plans by South Korea's military to kill North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un if war were to break out between the two countries. CNN's Brian Todd is joining us with more. Brian, pretty startling development. South Korea apparently has been practicing for this.
That's right, Wolf. They've been practicing, drawing up plans, and tonight the South Koreans are accelerating those plans. Tensions are so high on the Korean Peninsula tonight that both nations now have plans in place to kill each other's leaders if war breaks out. Kim Jong-un tonight is dealing with a direct potential threat to his own life, a special South Korean military brigade whose mission is to kill him. A South Korean Defense Ministry official tells CNN his country is speeding up plans to create what some call a decapitation unit. The official says the team would be activated only if war breaks out and would target North Korea's wartime command, led by Kim.
It's hard for me to imagine a commando raid, given the enormous killing power and density of the North Korean People's Army. Far more likely would be something like we saw in the Iraq War against Saddam's immediate circle, precision-guided missiles and air campaign.
The South Korean strike plan comes after a series of provocations from Kim Jong-un. He's now threatening to test fire a long-range missile that could hit the U.S. mainland with a nuclear warhead. And in recent weeks, North Korean media claimed he personally directed an attack drill on a mock-up of South Korea's Blue House, their version of the White House. North Korean special forces stormed the compound, some parachuting in. They took up positions as the building burned, practiced capturing an enemy.
Doing rehearsals, showing the imagery of a Blue House attack is essentially being able to terrorize the South Koreans. And what's more important, I think the North Koreans may well think about trying an attempt at this sort of thing.
They've done it before. January 1968, armed with these weapons, dressed in South Korean uniforms, North Korean commandos infiltrated the South, trying to kill South Korea's president. They got to within 350 feet of the Blue House. But in a furious gun battle, nearly 60 soldiers from both sides were killed. If the South Koreans target Kim now, how would he respond?
I would guess that he doesn't go into hiding because of this particular statement by the South, but instead he plays it and tries to demonstrate he's prepared to escalate even sooner. And he's prepared to be even crazier than the South. And he has advantage that he can make that argument credibly.
Now, analysts say if Kim does eventually go into hiding in the event of a war during some kind of a decapitation strike, he's got a large network of tunnels and bunkers built by his father and grandfather. Experts point out in the early days of the Iraq War, when the Allies were targeting Saddam Hussein and his inner circle, Kim Jong-un's father, Kim Jong-il, went into hiding for more than a month, fearing he would be next. Wolf?
Interesting, Brian. And with this news of a plan to target him, Kim potentially could turn on his inner circle, fearing some kind of betrayal, right?
That's right. He's very paranoid, as we know, Wolf, and some analysts believe part of the South Korean strategy in revealing this decapitation unit is to make Kim Jong-un more paranoid of those around him and engage in more purges of his inner circle.
Brian Todd, good report. Thanks very much. That's it for me. Thanks for watching.
South Korea. I love South Korea. I have buildings in South Korea. I've done jobs in South Korea. It's great. We have right now 28,000 soldiers on the line between North and South. Right? 28,000 soldiers. They pay us peanuts. Peanuts. And every time he acts up from North Korea, he acts up. You know, he has his little fits. Okay? He acts up. And every time he acts up, South Korea says, oh. And we start sending our ships, our planes, or this, or that. Right? They pay us peanuts compared to the cost of this. Now, think of it. And then one of the papers called the other day, and they said, would you speak to the leader of North Korea? I said, absolutely. Why not? Why not? And they come out, Trump would speak to him. Who the hell cares? I'll speak to anybody. Who knows? There's a 10% or a 20% chance that I can talk him out of those damn nukes, because who the hell wants him to have nukes? And there's a chance. I'm only going to make a good deal for us, but there's a chance. But it was like, and Hillary said, he would deal with this dictator. You know, I give me a, oh, you know what? I know they've been doing it a long time, folks. They are rank amateurs, okay? Hillary is a rank amateur. She's been doing it forever, and she still doesn't get it. What the hell is wrong with speaking? And you know what? It's called opening a dialogue. It's opening a dialogue. And I don't say it's going to happen, and probably it won't. But there's nothing. I wouldn't go there. That I can tell you. If he came here, I'd accept him. But I wouldn't give him a state dinner like we do for China and all these other people that rip us off, or we give them these big state dinners. We give them state dinners like you've never seen. We shouldn't have dinners at all. We should be eating a hamburger on a conference table. And we should make better deals with China and others. And forget the state dinners. You forget the state dinners. That cost, by the way, a fortune.